I think we could see an all-time high. You could miss the train if you are having a bigger ego than the stock itself. The next big event is actually, could be a negative event. This is a 5x within a 12 months period. The potential stock price that I see in the end of the year could be. Welcome to the brand newest timeline that you can find on Virgin Galactic and its next big steps in the stock price, in the company milestones. I took the time and created a full kind of timeline where you will see that actually the enhancement period plus the upcoming, let's say, maintenance is not that far away, and that you could miss the train if you are having a bigger ego than the stock itself. Okay, so let's dive in. So I created this timeline that you can see here. It's a timeline between 2021 and 2022, okay? Because a lot of people are asking me, hey, what will happen during this year? Will the stock stagnate? Will the stock go up? Will the stock go down? You know, so I'm trying to answer you because I think the stock will actually go up during that period, all right? There's a couple of reasons for that, not only according to my experience, but also about the overall stock market flair, okay? But more to that a little bit later in the video, so make sure to stay to the very end and make sure to leave us a like and subscribe if you're new here. And let's dive directly in. You are here on this timeline, as you can see, and the next big event is actually, could be a negative event. It's the lockup period. The lockup period is the period, and I will make a separate video for that, is where we actually will see if there is long-term investors that have a lot of stocks will sell a little bit, okay? I don't see that there's a lot of stocks coming to sale because, you know, those big investors, they don't buy and sell. They just, you know, either sell or either buy. So I believe that there could be, due to money management, some shifting around of funds. And that's why, you know, big investors could actually sell some stock, okay? That's for one. But it could also be the other way around, right? If everybody thinks right and it then left occurs, then obviously this is very positive for the stock and can shoot up the stock. We had some stocks that shooted up 25% after the lockup period because a lot of short sellers were actually betting against that, but that never happened, that the investors sold, so they had to buy back their short positions on the stock market, and then the stock went up. But that's just technicalities, right? So let's dive then into the next big thing, which is directly on the 5th of November. Q3 earnings are around the corner. The main part of the earnings, in my personal opinion, is the ticket sales. This is one of a very, very bullish, and obviously clearance on the timeline of the enhancement period, what will happen next, Delta airplane, and so on and so forth. I will make a dedicated video about that as well. But let's have a look. I think this could be another gain for the stock. And I believe, as you can see here, the potential stock price that I see in the end of the year could be the $30. And this is because, not only because of some great news and market recovers a little bit and the overall situation, but I really believe that the overall market will go in a year-end rally. And it's not only me, there's a lot of people out there that are actually experts into predicting the markets, like Tom Lee or other guys that I really, you know, like, and they also see rather, and this is never sure, but rather a rally than a bounce back. Okay, and you can see actually what happened when the stock market is fantastic for space, because that happened already without any big news in the very beginning of a year 2019, I think it was. Let's have a look. So here you can see, yes, it was 2019. So we had the overall IPO, right? Virgin Galactic got listed on the stock exchange. Then it dropped from the IPO price, which was 10, to about 750, and then had the huge bull run to about 414% in just, what is it, 2 months? 3 months, right? December, January, and half of Feb. So it's less than that even. So you can see, and there was not big news. There was just, okay, we are having some test flights later on and so on. So as you can see, as the overall market went up, also space went up. And now if you're asking yourself, where can I buy space? Well, I would like to show you one of our favorite brokers right there, and then we're jumping back to the timeline. One of the most asked questions that I get out there is which broker to use. And I get it. This is one of the most important parts while you start investing or you want to up your game, because you want to pay less in commissions, you want to have more access to much more markets, and you want to have also much more features. So let me introduce you to Moomoo. But who exactly is behind Moomoo? So the Hong Kong version of Moomoo is the #1 trading app. They are a mind child of the company of Futu Holdings, which is an SEC approved broker. So you can hear there is a lot of trust into this, and there's even more. So why investors love Moomoo so much that it's #1 app in Hong Kong? Well, not only you have access to the US stocks and level 2 market data and short data, and you know how hard it is to get the hands on short data, how much a stock is really shorted, plus community, plus financial. So there's so much that Moomoo is giving you totally for free that it's basically a no-brainer to open an account and just get the data and, you know, trade there, because you remember how lucrative the stocks on the Hong Kong stock market was just recently with the huge bounce back. But not only that, look, for example, compared to Webull or Robinhood, that, you know, you get real-time data here, and also the short data is so important if you are in the game. If you remember, you know, meme stocks, they are built on short squeeze data. So this is what you get all for free. But let's dive why you should really get Moomoo right now. If you use the link into the description, you get a totally free account where you get also a stock worth up to $350 plus unlimited level 2 market real-time data on US stocks and a 30-day trial on free real-time data on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. And now comes the best of it, okay? If you deposit $2,000 and maintain this $2,000 over a period of 30 days, you will get for sure a stock of General Motors worth $50. That's a return of investment of 2.5%, which is, you know, crazy by doing essentially nothing. So what you are waiting for? Yeah, and then a new year will occur, and the next big event is the Q4 earnings, so which will be around February usually, okay, for Virgin Galactic. I believe that I'm taking this milestones, the earnings as milestone, because always usually we have some big events or messages or news occurring around this earnings, okay? We had this past, and if you look into the graphic that is here, you can see that after earnings, which is the big black separations, you can see that the stock either had a rally or had a drop, because either we announced something big or we said, okay, it will delay, but actually nothing there to delay, right? So I believe those could be implications to further help the stock to gain over that period, right? And then comes obviously all of this one more thing that could help the stock even go higher. So I think around that time, you know, the Q4 earnings, then the Q1 earnings around another date would be then going into the mid of 2022, which is the earliest date where we can finish the enhancement period. I think we could see an all-time high, because think about logically, there could be some front runners, okay, that don't wait that their commercial operation in the Q3 will occur, but will front run everybody, including me, going into this and say, okay, wait a second, the enhancement period goes for another month. I better buy now the stock and enjoy the uptick once they announce, hey, the maintenance period is over, which could be, mid of 2022. And then you are having the Unity 23 first revenue flight with the Italian Air Force, and then directly the commercial operation. I better be in the stock, in the first quarter even of 2022. You get the mentality, and that's why I believe that in the summer or mid or just before the end of the maintenance period, which will be, mid of 2022 earliest, and then the flight Unity 23 could be a very, very good combination to check out the all-time highs, because after that we go to operations and then it's just, a big rally. I really believe that it could be similar to the movement that we saw with Richard Branson flight. So, lots of excitement, and then obviously I believe in the Q3 2022 or Q4 or whatever it will be when we start commercial operation. I think then we could have an $100 stock, and then, as I promised, I will skydive out of an airplane here in Dubai, and this is a 5x within a 12 months period. Think about it. And even when it's just a 3x, I mean, which other company, this will not be Tesla, this will not be Apple, this will not be Amazon, that can make and have the potential, with obviously a lot of risks, but have the potential to go 3x to 5x in the next 12 months.